The day of the LSAT. Congratulations, we finally made it, everyone. We're at the big day, test day, here it is. So, first step is waking up. Obviously, you don't want to wake up right before the test. You want to wake up ideally at least 2 to 3 hours minimum before the test starts. The reason for this is sleep inertia. Your brain actually takes a few hours to fully wake up in the morning. That's why sometimes people feel kind of sleep drunk when they're first getting up, when they're first getting out of bed. And you want to have plenty of time to get to this test center, eat a good-sized breakfast beforehand, and make sure that you're fully awake. In the week leading up to the exam, hopefully you've been able to avoid any major fluctuations in your sleep schedule. Otherwise, you risk not operating at 100% on test day itself. You also want to leave early so that you're not going to run the risk of being late. The proctors, of course, can and do start on time whenever possible. The test door closes at that point, and even if not everyone has arrived, they don't care. They go ahead with it. They are strict about not letting in latecomers typically. Morning of, you don't want to do anything new. Don't do anything differently from what you've done all the other mornings you've taken practice tests. So don't suddenly start drinking coffee if you haven't been. Don't take Adderall for the first time. So you're going to leave for the test center early. You'll get there early. You'll find a spot to camp out and do your warm-up questions. Those are your printouts and photocopies of your favorite game, reading comp passage, couple of LR questions. You camp out, you do those, you toss them before walking in. The only thing you bring in with you is your gallon-sized Ziploc bag containing all permitted items. So remember, go back and review what to bring, what not to bring. I have lessons on that. There's, of course, also LSAC's website with all the details as well. So you get there, you do your warm-up questions. You don't score them, though. There's no need to score them because they're all questions you've done anyway in the past. You've done them already. You know them. Once you've finished your warm-up questions, of course, you'll want to go into the test center, but I would still recommend that you avoid talking to other test takers. You don't know what they're going to say. They might say something that ends up stressing you out for one reason or another. They're an unpredictable factor. So for that reason, I would steer clear of the other test takers, the other students. However, it's a good idea to speak with the proctors. Just confirm with them that you're going to get 35 minutes per section, assuming no accommodations. You'll get a 5-minute warning before the end of each section, and you'll get a 15-minute break between the 3rd and 4th sections. So confirm all that with the proctors, but the other test takers, avoid them. People will often try to talk to you because they're nervous or they want your reassurances that everything's going to go okay for them, but you're there for yourself. Make this time about you. And so make your own kind of personal do not disturb status just so that they'll leave you alone and you don't run the risk of them throwing you off your game. You've listened to your motivational music, you've watched your motivational videos, and you're at this point, you either you know it or you don't. So trust that you've got this and go out there and rock the exam.